Law Practice Exchange is the marketplace leader for law firm owner transitions. We are the experts that help law firms and lawyers move from one generation of ownership to the next. Years ago, as a lawyer myself, I saw a problem that existed in law firms overall on how to build successions from the one generation to the next. I also saw solo and small practitioners that didn't have a lot of options for transferring the business that was the law firm that they had built for value and allowing them to retire instead of having to shut down that practice or kind of wind it down over time. And so overall, as a lawyer who was doing a lot of work with other professionals, other dentists, CPAs, medical professionals who had seemed to figure out how to transition over time and kind of make this a value-based exchange, allowing them to plan for the future, exit for their retirement or other reasons, we built the Law Practice Exchange, and specifically a process meant for lawyers to help them value their law firms or their law practice, and then take that value and figure out a good transactional structure, a transition-based structure to pass it along to the next generation, who may be an outside buyer or an internal buyer or internal successor within the firm. And so our goal was to make sure that we preserve the value that lawyers have built within their law practices and their firms, and to really be able to somewhat monetize it for their retirement and their purposes, but also to make sure that it didn't rise to a certain level and then they had to wind it down and send those clients elsewhere. We can continue the client care under our model by passing the torch from one generation to the next. We can preserve a lot of that mentorship and knowledge that is there within that firm and that law firm owner, and overall create a better legal marketplace that we don't have to start and stop, but we can have a smooth transition from one to the next. And that's really what the Law Practice Exchange has aimed to do. It's aimed to allow that these transition-based models that we've built and can help you build successfully to basically take that and allow for continuation of law firms. The exit of the owner or the participant over time, but the continuation of service in the legal community and attaching value to that for everybody's benefit, for the exiting, the retiring attorney, and for the next generation that's coming up that doesn't want to start from scratch. And so they have the opportunity to acquire a law firm and acquire a sustainable practice and revenues and clients and everything else to get them a few steps ahead in that marketplace. So overall, it's a platform that was built by lawyers for lawyers to address those needs of really, how do you transition? How do you retire? How do you take the value that you built within your practice and set that aside for funding retirement? And if you're that next generation of lawyers coming up, how do you not start from scratch? How can you acquire a known process, a known business in this law firm and allow you to continue to excel and serve those clients?